Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to compare permanent red light. As with all of the ones I am doing right now, just as a friendly reminder, we are looking at the name and not necessarily the pigment, so that you can understand what those colors look like if you're shopping by the name, but also it kind of teaches you that what is in it, aka the pigment, can definitely change up the color. And a really good example is permanent red. Now the reason I say permanent red light is because there are quite a few brands that have permanent red light and permanent red dark or deep. So I'll do the dark deep colors in another video. Today we're just focusing on those that are permanent red light, and I have 6 brands that I'm going to show you. I've also indicated which ones have called themselves light. Others have not, but they're just permanent red. They're, however, the lighter variety. So we will have Daniel Smith, a Van Gogh, a Da Vinci, Roman Schmal, My Mary Blue, and a Schminke, with very odd mixes of pigments that go into these colors. So this will be kind of a fun one to see how different they all are. So let's get started. Okay, starting with the Daniel Smith, which is PR170. Okay, now they do have a permanent red deep color, which is why I went with this one. There we go. Next we have Van Gogh. This is PR255. A lot orangier. And they do have it labeled as permanent red light. They have a permanent red deep as well. Now we have the Da Vinci, which is PR188. Okay, and then we have Roman Schmal, which is PR170. As you can see, much more red leaning than orange. It's actually really pretty red, a little pinkish. This is My Mary Blue, PR168. Now we have Schminke, which is PR242. By the way, I'm only going to swatch half the box because I'm using a dot. But PR242 and PO62. It's an interesting combo, but it gives that orangey effect. Alright, let's let those dry. Okay, so we are all dry, and now you can see the 6 permanent red light colors. Roman Schmal's permanent red is quite red compared to everything else. Most of the permanent reds have obviously an orangey tinge to them, which is interesting. However, the 2 with PR170 are definitely more red, while the ones over here are a wacky little variety, right? I mean, the only 2 that have the same pigments are Roman Schmal and Daniel Smith, and they actually look quite different. Now, Van Gogh is PR255. It's actually not too bad, but I kind of prefer the Da Vinci if I were to pick. The My Mary Blue was very light. It was their permanent red light, however, so they stuck true to that. Whereas Schminke was not too bad, but still, I prefer, if I'm going to get a color, I'd rather have a single pigment if I can. So with this having 2 pigments, it's kind of already not one I would prefer to use. Now these two I just feel aren't really permanent red light. I do love the colors, I just wouldn't use them if I was actually going for a permanent red light color, because to me I've always pictured permanent red light as an orange leaning hue. So I would actually be drawn more to Van Gogh and Da Vinci's if I had to pick for a permanent red light. Now when I do the permanent red deep comparison, it'll be completely different. You'll notice there's almost no orange. But like I said, this is just going off of names, and this is how they tend to work out. Special thank you to those who donated big juicy dot cards for me to use for these. I have plans to create some more comparisons this month. I'm getting back on track. If there's a specific color you'd love to see, let me know. Hooker's Green and Potter's Pink were two that were pretty popular, as well as some cadmium colors. So I'm just trying to get as many samples as I can together, just so I can give you an array of things. So I've been tracking sales and whatnot and seeing if I can grab small pans here and there as well. But if anybody has buff titanium, Potter's Pink, or Opera Rose colors that they wouldn't mind donating just some dot cards to, I would definitely appreciate it. The colors I don't personally buy, therefore purchasing them right now would be kind of a pain, but I'll buy more. I'm hoping with my next comparison I can actually have all the colors that are available that I can get my hands on. That's my plan going forward. It just gets harder to do that. However, I will start also just going by pigment numbers, so keep in mind I have quite a few paints with the same pigment, even from the same brand, different color names. So that will be a really fun swatch comparison when you can see, say, PR170 across all the brands, including the brands that doubled up on PR170, and how different they may be. So that'll be a really fun test. But as always, thanks for hanging out with me for another little swatch fest. And until next time, take care. Bye now.